Prism does have a three-way ANOVA. So under Analyze, and then the grouped analysis where we found the two-way ANOVA, there's also three-way ANOVA there. This is, of course, more complex, but this is already very challenging. So when you do a three-way ANOVA, it means that you're going to have at least 8 groups, because you have 3 factors. So you have a treatment, you have gender, for instance, and then you even make a distinction between a high and a low dose. 3 factors. That means that it's going to output 7 different p-values. So for one-way ANOVA, you have 1 p-value. For two-way ANOVA, there are 3 p-values. For three-way ANOVA, it generates 7 p-values. And these p-values, some of these p-values are really hard to interpret. So you will get p-values for the main effects, and that's easy. That's overall, is there a difference between males and females? Overall, is there a difference between treatment and control? And overall, is there a difference between low and high doses? Straightforward. You will get p-values for the interactions of every pair of factors. So is the treatment different in males and females? Is the effect of a low-dose treatment different from a high-dose treatment? And is there a difference? Is the difference between males and females consistent over dose? That's what the interactions basically are telling you. That's already more complex. And then you will get a p-value for the three-way interaction. And nobody knows how to interpret that. What does that mean? It basically means that some combination of factors will be different from other combinations of factors. So three-way ANOVA, you can do it, but it's hard to interpret. And that's why GraphPath itself says in its statistics guide, we offer it because people ask for it, but we don't recommend it. It's better to do multiple two-way ANOVAs than to do a three-way ANOVA. Much easier to interpret. So if you do a three-way ANOVA, and he will find here in the main effects that there is a factor that does not have a big impact, then he will say himself, please do a two-way ANOVA and just drop that factor. It's also limited. You can only do it for one factor with 2 levels, 2 groups. The second factor has 2 groups, and then the third factor can have more than 2 groups. But 2 of the 3 factors can only have 2 groups. And no missing values allowed, so no mixed effect alternative. If you really want to do the three-way ANOVA, some people really want to do it, then this is how you should do the input. So a table, everything is a table in Prism, is 2-dimensional. You have columns and you have rows, and that's it. So fitting 3 factors there is not so easy. So what you need to do is you have to put 1 factor in the rows and 2 factors in the columns. That's what you see here. So smoking is in the rows, gender is in the columns, and low fat versus high fat is also in the columns. And that's how you have to give him the data, then you can do the three-way ANOVA.